Should be ready.
Do you want to put some light on this?
Yeah, lighting kind of sucks.
Hey, stop it for a minute. Wait.
All right.
It's the middle button. My name is Paul, and I'm here with Bill of Cannabis Courts. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. We're just on show 5 of the From Wisdom to Bake tour. And we played New Orleans and Atlanta and amongst other places, and all the shows have been pretty good, so I'm happy.
Okay, Cannabis Court, I don't know much about the band. Cannabis Courts originally started as just a side project, just a bunch of friends that just wanted to jam out at the time. Am I correct?
Pretty much, you know, it was me and my buddies hanging out, smoking weed, making death metal, just like everybody else that has a death metal band. No, I don't think there's anything particularly unusual about our formation. Pretty much the way bands get started, you know, a bunch of guys that like to play really angry, ugly music get together.
So when did it start becoming a more serious thing, like a full-time thing, along with your other band, Municipal Waste?
Well, Municipal Waste definitely opened a lot of doors for me in my music career. You know, I did a lot of touring with them starting about 2004, I think. And, you know, being in Municipal Waste was definitely an education on how to be in a band and how to tour and how to make music and how to put it out and how to make merch and how to do all the things you have to do to be on tour. And so I just applied the knowledge that I learned from Municipal Waste to Cannabis Corps. And you know, and that's the way, you know, there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind when you're getting out on the road, you know, there's a lot of loose ends to tie up, and fortunately, because of Municipal Waste, I knew what to plan for and what kind of problems to face, because we did a lot of basement shows, we did all that fucking brutal touring that you could ever imagine, you know, and every day you learn something new. So.
Yeah, I know your first album was released on Air Records. Why you decided to go with Seasons of Mist instead of Earache?
Are you talking about Cannabis Corps?
Yes.
We were never on Earache. We originally started on my buddy's label, Forceful Records, Richmond, and then I started working with Robotic Empire, which is Andy Lowe's label, and that's around Two Boogie Resonated. And then I hooked up with my buddy Scotty, who used to do merch for Municipal Waste, and me and him just became really good friends, and he also runs a label called 10 Crimes. So I put out the Weeding, Beneath Grow Lights Up Shall Rise. We also have done like a Municipal Waste, Toxic Holocaust split, the Ghoul Cannabis Corps split, also Exhumed, Iron Reagan split on his label 10 Crimes. They're out of Oakland, and you know, he's doing good things.
Okay. So how's things been going with the band that you signed with Seasons of Mist?
Well, Seasons of Mist is a great label. It has a lot of killer death metal bands, and you know, like Morbid Angel and shit. So for us to sign with them, it was like something rad, and like we wanted to try something new from what we were doing with 10 Crimes. You know, we put out a couple albums with him, and we just wanted to see what it would be like to put out an album on like I don't want to say more legitimate, but like
a label that give out more support and be more logistically supportive of the band as far as touring and.
Well, you know, touring is always about us getting out there on the road. You know, they basically, their job is to put out the record and make sure people know that the record has been put out. You know, but when it comes down to touring and stuff, we're out here working hard. You know, but we do have a lot of help with booking and like making sure that the shows are killer and promotion, and that's where those guys come in. And I'm happy for all the help that we get. You know, we're able to exist because of their help and because of like the fans being supportive. And we're happy for everything that has happened to me. Yeah. I got a little distracted by the door opening and shit. I lost my train of consciousness. I'm kind of high right now.
I'm high too. We all been smoking some good bud. Some good bud right here. Just gonna take a whiff.
No, hold on, man. That looked like a fucking day. You know what that looked like. But, let's see.
This is like the best interview I've done so far.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Killed it. Well, you know what? Weed comes in all different kinds, all different qualities.
We must gotta smoke after the interview.
We must gotta.
But you guys released your debut album on Season of Mist, and what's the response been? And how much the CDs and merch you sold on tour so far?
Well, you know, people like our merch and stuff, and I'm really happy for that. I think that you know, it's fucking cool that people want to support us in any way, and I'm out here just loving it. You know, I get to be on the road and meet new people every day and have new experiences and drive and get high and fucking party and play music. So I'm not complaining.
So on this album, you guys had appearances by Chris Barnes, and you had some other guest vocalists, right?
Okay, yeah. And Chris Barnes and I met because we did a tour with 6 Feet Under, and we smoked a ton of weed, and we just got along. And he's a super nice guy, and he's been a total fucking angel. And I asked him if he wanted to sing on the track. He was like, hell yeah, and he even wrote the lyrics and wrote the vocal patterns, and I sent him a song, and then he sent me back vocals, and I was so fucking thrilled, you know, because it's like I got to make a song with the fucking dude that was in the band that my band's about, and it's like full circle. So yeah, and the crazy thing is, me and him are collaborating on the next 6 Feet Under record, and that's almost finished. So look for that in the near future.
So what's been the reaction of the other Cannibal Corpse members towards the band name and how
we asked Paul Mazurkowitz, the drummer of Cannibal Corpse, before we even recorded one song, and I saw him at a show, and I said, hey, I'm thinking about doing Cannabis Corpse and having all the songs spoof your band, blah blah blah. I laid the whole idea out on him, and he was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know. I don't think he thought that we would take it as far as we've taken it, you know. And he probably, you know, hears crazy ideas every single day. So I really am thankful for them for being so cool about the whole thing, and those guys are really rad. And they're the inspiration for my music, because I love them. So genuinely love Cannibal Corpse. They were the band that I heard when I was like 15 that just melted my fucking brain, you know, and just made me think that extreme music was the shit, and like, you know, I enjoyed like showing it to fucking normal people and being like, yeah, this is all about killing and death, isn't that crazy? You know, it's fucking cool, you know? And that's what I loved about it, you know.
So this is like, you guys just started this tour, right?
Yeah, about 5 shows in, yeah.
5 shows in. So you guys got Austin tomorrow, and so how did this is like the first day of the Desert tour?
You want beer, brother? Y'all go ahead. Y'all get right with beer.
So has this crowd, leaving a turnout for this crowd? The first day of the Texas,
you know? I'm happy if one person shows up. What else do you want to know, brother?
Alright, what are some of the things you guys like to do on your day when you have an off day on tour?
You know, sometimes we get days off there on Mondays, and that rules because we can get a hotel and watch fucking Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Football and just fucking drink some beers and relax, which I love having Mondays off just for that reason, you know. And usually it's a long drive day, you know. A lot of times when you have a day off, you're trekking across some desolate stretch of highway that doesn't have shit, you know. So you just have a day off so you don't have to brutalize yourself doing like a 15-hour drive, you know. However, we have done consistent 12 hours, 15-hour drives on tours before, you know, chasing buses around in our van, you know, getting out there doing it.
What do you need?
Am I interrupting something?
Hey, you want to grab some beers or something?
What's up?
Are you trying to grab some beers?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was
The most interrupted interview of all time.
Fucking cut that shit out. Surely you have the technology to cut out that.
Yeah.
Well,
for
I just
sure.
like to do the interview as is and post it as is.
Well, you can do it, man. I think that you can learn
No, I
how to
like to
edit
do
the
it.
video. It's literally so simple.
He'll show me.
Yeah.
Oscar will show me how to do it.
Trust me, you can do it.
Okay.
A little bit of editing goes a long way.
Well, this is the first time meeting you and first time seeing your band and hearing your music. And even though I don't know much about the band, I did hear some of it, man. I loved how you guys fucking used the death metal songs and turned into weed-themed songs. And I thought that was pretty cool, but it's brutal though.
That's all original music. We don't use anyone else's music. We just sort of use the genre, but it's all, you know, we write all the songs and we take our time to make sure that they're as killer as we can do. And, you know, so we're not like turning someone else's thing into, I don't know, it's just a death metal band. Our lyrics are about pot and shit, you know. And to me, it was just a way to kind of be different. And I wanted to start a death metal band, but I knew if I just sang about killing and death, which is fine, I would be just another death metal band. But having Cannabis Corpse moniker and like, you know, that's
Use the
cool,
Cheech
yeah.
and Chong vibe.
A little bit of that, but you know, it's still about fucking brutal shit.
Yeah, bong hits are very brutal.
Yeah, brutal bong hits.
Alright, man. Like I said, I'd like to thank you for doing the interview with
You're
me.
welcome.
And I will enjoy smoking you up. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
Hey, thanks for everybody coming to the show. Thank you, Internet Land, for watching this interview. And continue to support. I appreciate it.
That's a wrap.
Wait.